I've never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope you're having a good Tuesday after the bank holiday madness. To my right is that man. You know who he is. WestHamOnline, aka West Ham burner account, aka the most hated man on Twitter. Alfred, how are you doing on this fine Tuesday afternoon?
I'm very well. Well, actually, I've had a bit of a boring day, as you know, but apart from that, I'm all right.
Yes, but it won't be boring tonight when West Ham travel to Manchester. Give us your thoughts quickly before we go into sort of what we're going to discuss of what you're expecting tomorrow night from the boys.
I'm expecting a loss. I'm expecting people to overreact slightly, but I'm expecting us to be, we're playing undoubtedly for me the best team in the world. I don't think we'll rotate as heavily as we should. I think we should heavily rotate for this game, but obviously we want to keep goal difference a little bit in our favour, so I don't think we will rotate as much as some think. But yeah, it's going to be a loss, let's face it. I'll be unbelievably shocked if we grab a point or a win, and I think a point or a win pretty much keeps us up, so it would be nice, but I can't see it.
I agree, mate. I think it'd be one of West Ham's best results in the Premier League ever if we go there and get anything against City, especially the way City are playing at the minute. Obviously, Haaland is going to be a problem for our defence. I do think changes are key, and we're going to talk about them now. Time for rotation, Moyes. Alf, you say he ain't going to be heavily rotated. Why?
Because Moyes doesn't heavily rotate. He doesn't like doing that. I think he'll rotate slightly, like a couple of players. I hope to God, and I know he's not been great for West Ham, but I hope to God we play Maxwell Cornet in this game because we've got nothing to lose. Benrahma of Fornells, well, I wouldn't say Fornells needs a rest. He's barely played, but he was shocking the other day. Benrahma, he played only 45 minutes the other day, so you could argue he could start, but he wasn't very good either. So I think we should play Cornet. Cornet's barely got a look in. We're away at the champions. Got nothing to lose. And I think he'll suit a counter-attacking sort of style for this game anyway. If we are to get a result, it will be through players like him.
What sort of setup are you expecting tomorrow?
A deep setup. Possibly a back five because Zuma's injured. But I do think if we play a back two of Kehrer and Etihad, we're asking for a 6-0 loss because Man City could just be crossing balls in from De Bruyne to Haaland. And as we've said on multiple occasions, Etihad and Kehrer are not good in the air. So I'm not excited to watch them two try and defend aerial duels. But yeah, I'd play a back five thinking about it. I think I'd play Bonner, Etihad and Kehrer with possibly Creswell or Emerson, whoever you want, on the left wing back. And then I'll probably even play Ben Johnson. You know my thoughts on him, but we've got nothing to lose.
I agree. I actually agree with you on this one. I think back five's needed in this game. I think we go with a back four. I think we're asking for a good hiding. I want to see Flynn Downs play. I want to see Cornet play. I want to see Fornells in his team in his right position, not on the left wing, where he's just pointless being there. Who else do I want to see in there? People say about Mbamba going up front. Not for me. Do you really want to go and give this geezer a chance up front and just to shoot the shit out of his confidence?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't understand that one. If I was to pick someone, I'd pick Scholes on the left-hand side, left wing-back position. If West Ham play a back five, and just let him go there. Do you know what I mean? Like Ben Johnson done it a few years ago when he went to City, and he had a pretty good game. West Ham only lost the game 1-0 for Aguero. So
yeah, he did, yeah.
I would like to see a lot of changes. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Rice play, but we all know I think he will. I think Aguero plays in this game. So the problem is, if he changes it and we get hammered, then would he be called into question, or is that sort of
Oh, I hope not. But
Yeah,
we would have lost 3 in a row, so you can't really argue with it. But at the same time, I'd actually, as much as we say it's not the best game from Obama, and it's not, we'd both be, and every West Ham fan would be really excited if we saw him in the team tomorrow night.
yeah.
But Danny Ings is on 125 grand a week, so he's going to play, isn't he? If Antonio's not playing, it'll be that clown.
Mm.
I'm not excited to watch him up front on his own against Man City, which I think it will be. I mean, yeah, he's just shocking.
It is shocking and not being funny. When we're asking a youth player to come in, I think there's a geezer on 125 bags a week. That's a worry to me. Right, Alf, let's get to it then. Give me your starting 11. What you think will happen tomorrow night?
What I think the team will be?
Yes.
Good question. I think it will be a back five. Fabianski, Kera, Ogbonna, Aged, Creswell, Ben Johnson, Souček, Rice. Well, how many is that? 5, 6, 7,
7.
8. I've got 3 more. Bowen. What's the thing that he does where he plays Flynn Downs as part of a front three? I think he'll do that.
Yeah, like I actually think Flynn will play tomorrow. I think you try and push him a bit further forward, which I don't agree with. It'd be like a 5-3-2 tomorrow, I reckon.
Yeah.
For me,
yeah, I agree. I think it'll be a 5-3-2. I think
Bowen will play tomorrow.
Bowen and Ings, in the front two. Cornet, I reckon, will get benched again. I'm not even joking.
For me, my team would be. I agree with what Alfie said about the back 5/6 goalkeeper and all. Fabian goal. I would go Emerson as a left wing back because I think defensively he's not really good. I would go Cresswell as a left-sided centre half of a free. Aguerd and Kera. I wouldn't play a Bonner in this game. I think he's just not on it. I would go Kufau as a right wing back. In midfield, I'd go Flynn Downs. I would play Souček in this game. I would, because he could be good at set pieces and things like that. If balls are coming in, he can head them away. And I would go with Fornells in this game. So I would have Downs, Souček, Fornells as a 3-man midfield. Lots of energy, lots of work rate, lots of decent passing. Then I would go with Ings and Cornet up front. That would be my team. Like, I don't want to see Bowen in this team. Benny, I think it's pointless in playing at the minute, like, because he hasn't done a lot recently. Antonio, you don't want to risk him. You don't want to risk Deck. And you don't want to risk people, basically. So that would be my team. I think we need to have pace on the break, which if you've got Cornet on there, you've got half a chance. But we need some workhorses in there because they're gonna get the ball City. They're gonna play it from left to right and try and pass it around us, and we're gonna have to have the energy to stop them from doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? So Alf, let's go to predictions. What is your prediction for then?
3-0 loss.
3-0 loss. If it is under 3-0, it's a good result, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Right. If we get hammered, though, say we get hammered 5 or 6-0, what do you think on that in regards of the morale?
I don't think it actually affect the morale as much as people think, but it'll mainly be the goal difference. Obviously, I've said before, I think we could probably get 0 points and still stay up. And last night's game confirmed that even more to me. I genuinely think we could lose every game and stay up at this rate. But, it's not done yet. So I want us to keep our goal difference at a healthy rate. And if we can nick a point tomorrow, it'll be unbelievable.
That's where I would respect the point. Do you know when people used to say to us, "You can't respect the point"? I would respect the point against City. What's my prediction for tomorrow night? For me, it is damage limitation for me. If West Ham can keep the score down and be a nuisance and frustrate City, I'll take a 2-0 loss right now. I really would. The one thing I don't want to see happen is West Ham get blitzed. Yeah, because that's hard. That's hard when you're sitting there watching your team concede 4, 5, 6 goals. Do you know what I'm saying? it's going to be tough. Haaland's a fucking animal, isn't he? Let's be
He's
real.
going to score.
And
Let's be honest.
he's going to score. He's right. And Silva always seems to pop up with a goal against us and all. So I'm actually going to go for. My heart is saying James here about 2-0. Yeah, but my head's saying 4-0. So I'm going to go with the 4. I'm going to say 4-0 because
Both losses anyway.
Both losses. I just don't think we're going to score against this team. I really don't.
No.
I see Fulham the other day score against them, but City are just that good, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? But the problem I have is we can't afford to get hammered because then we go into the Manchester United game at home after a really bad result. Do you know what I mean? They're playing deep okay at the minute, and we don't want to lose against them either. So it is a problem. So 4-0 for me. Alfie's saying 3-0. So get your money on West Ham 1-0. That is what I'm saying on that. Before I get to some questions, Alf, obviously the game the other day was a bad result for West Ham. Just give me your quick assessment of Sunday's showing.
A shocking performance, absolutely terrible, but the players were knackered. I saw it coming. The players have played a lot of matches, a lot more than Crystal Palace, and
14. I think it's 12. I think it's 12 matches or 14 matches more than Palace have played.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we played a lot of games. In terms of player performances, I think Souček was man of the match, and I thought he was crap. So that sums it up. Looking at the team, I'd say Fabianski was crap. Soufal was absolutely horrendous. Again was abysmal. Emerson, shocking, just shocking. Fornals was absolutely abhorrent and horrendous. Who else? Paquette was shocking. Rice was terrible. And then the subs, who even came on? Cornet.
Bowen. Not Bowen. Ben Rama, Cresswell, Cornet.
I didn't think Cresswell was as bad as what some people in the chat are saying. I thought it was not this chat. Our group chat. I thought he was much better than Emerson. I'm not saying he was brilliant because he weren't, but he weren't at fault for about 2 goals. Ben Rama was shocking again, like Fornals. Both of them were terrible. Everyone was crap. Apart from Souček gave up 1 goal, but you have to actually say fair play to Souček because he had a hand in every goal. So he was the least of our worries on the weekend.
Yeah, I hear you, mate. I hear you. And obviously, looking forward, are West Ham, before I round this up, are West Ham safe after yesterday's draw? Because I looked at it yesterday and I think we got away with one yesterday. Leicester and Everton drawing each other. Right, it's perfect. It was actually the perfect weekend for West Ham, really.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I do think we're safe. I reckon we might need 1 more point, which, let's be honest, even if you think we're awful, like some people do, we will get a point. So we are going to be safe, yes. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if 2 of Leicester, Nottingham Forest, Everton and Leeds, 2 of them 4 don't win another game this season. I think they're all crap. Leeds are getting Big Sam in. I think that's a good appointment, personally.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is, the one thing I do fear, because I think tomorrow night we get blitzed. I really do, which is hard for me to sit there and say, yeah. But one thing I do fear is last season's results, to obviously now, we didn't beat City away, we didn't beat United at home, we didn't beat Brentford away, we didn't beat Leeds at home, and we drew with Leicester. Like, they're our last remaining fixtures, and last season we didn't bet. We've got a better than what we did last season.
Wait, what did we do? How many points did we get out of them games? Did you say
1? Leicester away draw.
That'll probably be enough.
Yeah, and hopefully it is enough. Like, I looked at it last night and I thought, you know what, West Ham got away with one massively with that draw. Because I thought if Leicester would have won that game, I think it would have pulled us into it. I think them being 4 points, us being 4 points clear of Leicester, does us a bit of a favour. Gives us a bit of a bumper, really, to sort of stand back.
Everton's next 2 games is Brighton away and Man City at home. I reckon they lose both. At most, they get a point. So then Everton aren't going to finish above us, are they? It's just not happening. So that's one more team. because they'll need how many? They're on 29, are they?
Yeah.
They'll need 6 points without us getting a point. And bear in mind, they're going to lose 2 of them at least, so they'll have to win the other 2. So we're going to finish above Everton. So basically, we have to be worse than Leeds, Nottingham Forest, and Leicester. It's not happening. We will stay up.
Yeah. Thank God for that not Brighton, Bournemouth result away from home the other week when we won 4-0, because if we didn't win that game, then we would be in the shit. Alf, thank you very much for coming on. I really do appreciate it, mate. This is a quick preview, and that has been Alfie, aka West Ham Online. I'll be back tomorrow, as usual, after full player ratings of Manchester City versus West Ham. I know it's going to be a hard watch tomorrow night for every West Ham fan, trust me, right? And if West Ham do pull off a miracle, then it'd be great. But
Taylor Kehrer has a hat-trick.
Yeah, if Kehrer scores an hat-trick, mate, come on, Bennett. Do you know what I mean? We're all dancing in the streets of Germany. But listen, whatever happens tomorrow happens. I'm not really worried about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's yet again another free hit, as long as we don't get blitzed. The Manchester United game is the one for me. I think West Ham need to turn up in that game, obviously, because that will be leading up to the AZ Alkmaar game, which obviously we need to be confident for that, because that's a semi-final and we're at home first, like we was last season against Frankfurt. So it's going to be interesting. Please do smash a like on the video, and please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. It goes a long way, really helps me and the lads out. As for the members, just going to say this quickly, I've got a lot of stuff that are coming up in the summer. I'm glad people have stood by us with the members and everything, and it's been a long road to try and get the memberships sort of content going. But I've got a lot of good ideas, a lot of good people coming on the channel consistently as of next year. So listen, if you want to become a member and help us out, it goes a long way, and it also supports the channel also. So yeah. Anyway, from me to you, take care. Have a good Tuesday evening, and I will see you tomorrow night. West Ham, park the bus because we're going to need it. Peace.
There it is. I've never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love